Hello everybody, I'm coming to you this evening with a product review. In fact, I'm going to be reviewing two products for you that I'm very excited to try out. Just got these recently. The first one I'm going to be reviewing is a brand new drone. Now this is going to be a Ruko F11Pro 2. This drone was just released at the end of September. I'm excited about trying this one out. I'm going to give you some of the features of this drone here in a moment. The second product, this is a 65 watt fast charger. Now it can be used for a variety of things. We're going to talk more about that here in just a moment. So right now we're going to go ahead and unbox the drone. So we're going to get it out and I'm going to show it to you, and then I'm going to tell you about some of its features. Okay, so the first item out of the box is the remote control. So, really good looking little remote control. I'm assuming this part will come up to put my phone in order to be able to see what I'm recording. So, now, these are the batteries. There's two batteries. It comes with two batteries. Now, one of the features of the batteries is that the batteries are supposed to offer 35 minutes of flight time each when fully charged. So that's an improvement over the drone I've been using, if indeed I am able to get 35 minutes. So I'm excited about that. Two batteries, that's a total flight time of 70 minutes, over 1 hour. So here's the other battery. So now let's get the drone out. The drone's very nice and lightweight. I will put the exact weight of it in this video on the screen. So I'm going to show it to you, and then we're going to go over some of the features of it. Okay, so here is the Ruko F11Pro 2 drone, just released in the end of September. So this is the product I'm going to be trying out, and very excited about that. Just to tell you a little bit about it, some of the features: it does shoot in 4K 30 frames per second video and 6K photo quality. So that's really good quality for photos and for videos. Like I said, this was released end of September. It comes with a 3-axis brushless gimbal for high quality images. Now, the thing I really like about this, if you're aware of remote ID laws in the United States, you have to have, if you're flying for commercial purposes, or I even believe recreation purposes, I'll have to check myself on that, you are required to have remote ID capabilities with your drone, which means it basically broadcasts your location. That is a requirement now. And the previous drone I've been using did not have built-in remote ID, so I had to purchase a separate module to attach to the drone in order to broadcast remote ID. This one, you do not need a separate module. This one has remote ID built in. So anytime it's flying, it's broadcasting that signal. So that's going to be pretty handy. Also, it has a Sony lens, which I'm excited about. I love Sony products anyway. In fact, I'm recording this video with a Sony camera. So it has a Sony lens. I mentioned the flight time, 35 minutes to 70 minutes with both batteries. Okay, so it also comes with 3 different cables. I just now unpacked the zipper part to see what else was in there. And it comes with 3 different cables that will hook your remote control to your phone. It comes with, all of them are USB-C. One is to micro USB-C. Another one is USB-C to Lightning cable. And then USB-C to USB-C. So that's what I'll be using since I have an Android phone. Now, I want to say something on the batteries. This is not a cardboard sleeve. I thought it was. This is actually the battery. I'm very glad I didn't succeed in pulling that off of there, because I'm trying to get it off and I realized that actually is the battery. It's 2 colors. So don't do like I did and try to pull a cardboard sleeve off, because that's not what that is. So another thing I really like is for your remote control, it has this little template like, it's kind of like a beginner's guide. It shows you what buttons do what features, like the return to home feature, the picture taking feature. It's whatever you need to do when you're practicing. You can put this template on here and look at it, and it tells you what buttons to press. So that's a really good feature. Also, comes with 2 charging cables, and it also comes with a flight guide and safety disclaimer, so you want to read that. There are barcodes in these that you can scan for actually video tutorials on how to learn the drone. Actually, here is one of those now. And this is the user manual, so it will tell you everything you need to know as well about how to get your drone up in the air. Now, on the back of your remote control, actually the bottom of it I should say, you have your joysticks. You just pop those out, screw them in right here, and that's how you control your drone. Also, you have a replacement set of joysticks. If you happen to lose one or it breaks or something, you've got a replacement set of those. You also have a replacement set of propellers in case you damage a propeller. Propellers are kind of important for your drone. So in the past I have had to change propellers before, not on this one, but you do have that extra set and the tool to do it with should the need arise. Also, I want to point out that the Ruko F11Pro 2 has several features that the drone I've been using does not have, and I'm really excited to try these out. The first one is called the Follow Me feature. That is where you can set the drone to follow or track a particular subject or object. Like if I'm out on a boat, let's just say I'm out on the lake, I've got the drone, I want to go to the other side of the lake, I can set the drone to fly along with me. So I like that feature. I'm really looking forward to trying that out. It also has an orbit mode feature, which basically means you can set the drone to circle a specific point of interest. If you are flying out over, say there's a rock out of the ocean and there's birds landing on that rock that's offshore, you can actually set it to just go in a circle or orbit around that rock, and you can get all sides of it. So that's going to be a really neat feature to try out. Also, it has a cruise control. Now, if you've watched any of my drone videos in the past, you kind of noticed maybe some shakiness as far as consistent speed. Well, you can actually set this drone to just cruise at a certain speed or fly at a certain speed, and that way you don't have the jumpiness of going fast, slow, fast, slow. It will just maybe go across a lake or a body of water or a flat terrain or something just at a constant speed, so you get really smooth imaging with that feature. Another feature it has is called waypoint planning, and that means you can actually set the drone to fly a certain path. You can program different waypoints and it will fly to those waypoints. You can set it to fly to a specific GPS coordinate that you may choose to do. So these are some really neat features that this drone comes with that I'm looking forward to trying out. So that's the drone. So now I'm going to show you the next product. Now, last but not least is the 65 watt fast charger. Now, one thing I want to show you about this charger, it has a fold in and fold out plug. I like that feature. So I really like the design on it. The design is basically scratch resistant, stain resistant, and on the end it has two, I don't know if you can see that or not, two USB-C ports and then a USB-A, or what I just call the standard USB port. So you can actually charge your phone, the remote controller, and I guess the drone at the same time. So I like the fact that it has that versatility that you can charge more than one object at a time. This is compatible with not just the drone and the controller, but you can charge your phone with it. It's compatible with most devices. Another feature I just noticed, and I want to mention this, where I was going to go ahead and get the batteries charging. So I would take one of the USB cords and plug it into the back of the fast charger, and you actually plug the other end into the battery itself. So this charger will actually charge both drone batteries and the remote control at the same time. I wanted to mention that to you and show you that. I'm going to go ahead and get the batteries charging, and the next thing will be to fly it. Now, this video, this concludes the unboxing and showing you what the packages contain part. The next steps will be to show you some actual footage. Fall leaf season is coming in our area this month. This video is going to span a time of a couple of weeks. So hopefully we're going to get this thing up in the air when the leaves come in, and we're going to see what the image quality looks like. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay, so I do have the two batteries charging now. They have light indicators on the top. Also, I do need to mention that even though you can charge both batteries and the remote at the same time, which I'm doing, I did have to supply another cord. So we did have a USB to USB-C cord. So I have all three devices charging right now at the same time.